Hey, YouTube. How's my connection here? It looks like my mouse is moving a little slow here. Sometimes this thing starts slow. I'll wait till I see somebody. Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? Yep, seems like I'm moving a little slow. I hope not. Is anybody here? Hey, Princess A, faithful princess, Teresa Hopkins. Listen, if you guys see that my mouth is moving slow, I'm out of sync. Let me know, so I won't go on with this. Anyway, I want to discuss this thing's been going on. I've been noticing lately, primarily from Mr. Paris Hilton, which I thought was a gossip column, but he has somehow now he is posting all these Karens all over the world. So I'm wondering, can you guys hear me okay? Put in one if you can see and hear me. Okay. Please. Mm-hmm. Can you? Just put a one in the chat. I just want to know if I'm communicating well enough. Okay, you can see me okay? All right, because my feedback's a little slow. Okay, so anyway, so I've been noticing lately, we all know what's going on in the United States, right? All these protests all over the country. We all know, starting with George Floyd, that most of these protests have not been racially motivated, right? So there have been Black, white, Asian, Latin people all together in all these protests, right? But what I'm noticing lately is, why are all these Karens appearing? It seems to me that of all these different groups of people in all these different cities are getting along and protesting against the same thing, which is basically police brutality, and some of this stuff with the flags and the monuments and so forth as well, but primarily about police brutality. Why is it all of a sudden now we're seeing all of these Karens? In other words, these racist incidents. Now, I know sometimes things will go viral, like the guy with the bird watcher in the park. I understand that this girl was using her privilege to try to wreak havoc on this Black man's life, and then identifying that she was doing this because he was a Black man and she was going to tell the police that he was a Black man. That kind of was another issue with the police, right? But now I'm seeing, particularly with this Paris Hilton, I don't know what his motives are. So why all of a sudden we're seeing all of these pictures of all of these white women complaining to police? It just doesn't seem. It doesn't seem like it seems like it'd be a harmful thing. Because I warned you guys from the very beginning. I said, you watch now. These racist people and Donald Trump, led by Donald Trump, are going to try to at some point flip this thing and turn it racial, right? That's what they want. That's what they want. They want to get people excited and they want to turn them against each other, right? So why are we seeing now all of these white women complaining all over the damn place? It just seems disturbing to me. I don't know what Mr. Hilton, I don't know what his politics are or what his racial views are, but he's not even giving commentary. He's just posting all of these pictures of all of these white people. So are we protesting against the white people, or are we protesting against the police? Now, which is it? We don't need to congeal both of them together, right? That's what I think racist people want to do. They want you fighting against each other. That brings them joy. So I don't know. It's an observation. But Paris Hilton, I'm just calling him out because that's the one I've noticed the most, who is a Latin man. He just seems to be posting all these. I mean, do we know that people have this? I don't even know if there's a name for it. Where these people are always complaining. They always want to see the manager, and they're entitled people and all that kind of. It's always been a part of society, right? But why all of a sudden we seeing all these race sensitive arguments on all over the internet? I don't understand it. Right? So are we trying to be mad at the white people? Or do we have a focus on police brutality and the murder of these Black men that happens every single year? We have 5, 6 of them every single year. We're finally addressing it effectively, So why are we being now diverted to look at the white people, look at the white ladies? I'm sure that people who work in customer service experience people using whatever privilege they have or whatever perceived privilege they have every day of the week. Just my observation, guys. What do you guys think? Hello, people. Sony's girl. All right, Sony's girl. Teresa Hopkins. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, everyone. Let me see. Is it just me? Am I being hypersensitive to that? I don't know. It seems like to me that some people are just trying to stroke racial flames in the midst of this time where we're trying to address this issue with the cops. Now, it's always been a certain amount of that, and a lot of them have gone viral. Here in Oakland, we had Barbecue Becky. So I guess Becky was the name last year, but now all the names are turned to Karen. And it seems like people are trying to stoke racial fires in the midst of this time where we're all in protest and in agreement. Trump's going to be doing a lot of that as well. Every opportunity he gets, believe me. Lots of buffering. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have a short one here. Lots of buffering. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna try to switch to this new box thing. Okay, tell me if it's it says your connection is unstable. Please wait. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of these YouTubers, though, their mouths are not in sync with their cameras. So I guess we can expect a certain amount of that. Let's see. Lots of buffering, says Nathan. But everybody put one. Why y'all put ones in there? Y'all lying? Nathan, I don't know. They all said they hear and see me okay. I don't know. We've been having problems ever since we all got on lockdown. So I do like to get out of my bedroom every once in a while. All right. So am I the only one that has been noticing this then? There are an awful lot of Karens are showing up lately now. Always racial, racist. And I think some people take pleasure in that. They would rather us be fighting against each other. Paris Hilton is a girl, Uncle Tim. Oh, he's a girl? He's a girly man? I don't know what his interest is in all this kind of thing, because there's no commentary. I can understand if somebody has commentary about a situation or something, but now every day he's just posting racist white women acting racist. I don't get it. I don't know what the point is. As I said, sometimes these things happen, these racial incidents happen, and people post them, and sometimes they go viral. He's posting them every day. So what's he up to? Or people like him? The devil is busy. Okay, now you're talking my language. The devil is busy, honey. That's right. I think that's the goal. Now, if we end up in this big race war by the end of the year, you guys remember this moment when I told you about this shit. So why are we worried about Karen? Karen is the least of our worries at this time. People are trying to actually get something accomplished, and they seem to be doing it together. There's a whole lot more white people out there protesting right now than black people, just because there's more of them. A lot of students are out there protesting. A lot of people are in agreement. So why are we stoking all of this race stuff at the same time? It seems like something Trump would be into. Is Hilton, is he a Trump supporter? Oh, he would love that. That would feed right into Trump's plan. Hello, sir. Hello, sweet D. You call me sir, you must be another young person. We have young people in here, people. We have to watch our manners. Okay, Miss Thing says she had the same thought earlier. Right. Just an observation. I know people get clicks and views and all that, but essentially, I mean, he's just stealing content. When you just posting somebody else's stuff, there's somebody else recorded. Somebody's cell phone has to record this stuff, right? And there are a couple of them that I am absolutely certain were fake. Like the one where the girl was all hysterical and hiding her face. They were acting. That wasn't real. So I'm trying to figure out what the benefit is. Come here, Queenie. Shut up. Shut your mouth. So I guess the remodelers are busy in our apartment again, right? So right in front of our door, they put these damn benches and plants and all this. They decorated the hallway, right? But it's right outside our door. So that means every time somebody sits in front of the elevator, because it's just been an empty space for years. So I've been here 10 years. That means if anybody sits there and talks, he's gonna go off. So I don't know. It don't seem like a good idea to me. Forget about the Connies. Oh, who are the Connies? Weren't y'all calling the Karens Beckies last year? Or am I losing my mind now? Come here, baby. Come here. Get your bum here. Come here. Let's go. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Yo! I gotta put my baby away. Baby, you stay in there and be quiet, okay? All right, so we were talking about some other people, the Connies. Now, who are the Connies? Oh, I remember in The Sopranos. Remember the psychiatrist that was seeing Tony, and she was married, beginning the divorce, and she was talking to her ex-husband about, I don't want one of your Connies sitting in our old house, kind of thing. So she was calling no, Connies are Corlettes. Connies are Corlettes. She would call all white girls Connies because they represented red hair and freckles. How she described them. But that was an Italian thing. Karen and Becky have always existed. Yeah, they've always been around. Honey, they're always around. And you guys, I mean, if we really want to get honest, all of our behavior is not perfect all the time either. It's just these cell phones that I mean, I've had plenty of moments where I don't think I want to be filmed either. But I'm not saying that people are making it up. Although some have. The one I saw today was definitely fake. The girl was like, "Oh, you're trying to rape me? No, Karen, come back, Karen." That was bullshit. Those were probably friends. I'm just saying that we need to maintain focus, right? Focus. You have a common goal that you can finally, after 400 years, agree to that this should not be happening to Black people, right? And when you look out into the audience, you see all of these people of all of these different races are seem to be in agreement and taking their time to walk and march along the side of Black and brown people. They're taking the time to do that. Why then are people, trying to take that opportunity to stoke these racial flames as well at the same time? What the hell Karen got to do with anything? Who gives a fuck about Karen? Oh, you're trying to rape me. I'm sure it goes on all the time, people. And our behavior, it goes on as well. I think the devil is busy is probably the easiest way to explain it. They're creating a distraction. Exactly. And some people enjoy the just causing conflict. So tell me, Mr. Sue, who were the Connies? Was that a Canadian thing? Connies. The Connies, according to Dr. Melfi in The Sopranos, were white girls with red hair and freckles. You know what? We don't pay much attention to it, right? Because Black people, we always talking about colorism, who is light, who is dark, who is mixed, who got the most Black blood and all this kind of stuff. Particularly in a lot of the southern states. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. We're always worried about the shade of our color, right? But white people, they have shades of color too. Some of them are very, very pale. They're white like this white. They're white like a sheep. And so they have all different kinds. Italian people are slightly darker. Jews are slightly darker than that. They have people that they have these red-headed features, but you don't see them sitting up talking about who's the lighter white and who's the darker white and all that. That's the kind of thing that, I don't know, somehow or other we picked up. But most of them are not even from the same countries. So they get here and we call them all white, but that's not really where they're from. It's not their country of origin. Creating distraction, just being messy. But we can take the cell phones for a lot of this. They don't really post when we misbehave though. Not that I've noticed. We call the police on our ass. Okay, Paris Hilton is a girl. Okay, so I'm way behind now. Let me see. It's the new thing that gets clicks and views. Yep, but the videos are only like what 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't know how it's gonna bring any much revenue. I think some people like just stoking the flames. Let me see. Stephanie Harden. Let's see what you said. The Karen and Becky is ironic to say the least. Sort of symbolic. Remember, the black man always was sure to get in trouble when they came. Well, that's the reality of it. Traditionally, I mean, that's where a lot of the lynchings came from, because of some black man looked at a white woman or said something to her or had the nerve to sit next to her or something like that. It was always that, right? That's not the world we live in today. Because I'm not saying that I look at anything filthy, but I am a man, right? You look at a lot of this porn stuff, you would never guess you would never guess that it was a bad thing for blacks and whites to mix. Let's put it like that and keep it nice. But you used at one point in history, you'd be killed for that. Things we do today. Mm-hmm. Right. I've told you guys before, I was in a relationship. My partner was, I was in an interracial relationship. So I was always fearful. And whenever we fought, his threat would be, I'll call the police, which was always a threat to me because I know who they would take, whose side they would take. Right. Fortunately, it only happened once, and I called it absolutely correctly. So if you guys don't see a problem in it, then maybe I'm just being hypersensitive. Okay. People in interracial relationships, they always got to be conscious of that. I mean, I assume you're not going to be beating each other in the head or anything like that. But y'all saw how racial it got when in the OJ thing. People. I can hear, but you're frozen. Okay. Nathan, hopefully that's been addressed by now. Let's see. Anything else going on in the news today? What dumb thing did Trump say today? Some of y'all hate the name Trump, but baby, we got to deal with this thing, right? We don't let this man come over and take over our country. So now he's saying that Corona is being resolved. It's almost over now. Wow, we have the highest numbers since it started. The numbers are just as high now in different parts of the country as they were when the damn thing started, when they locked down the whole country. How in the hell is it better? Any of y'all watch Greenleaf? That's my series. As far as regular television, Oprah gets it. They both, Greenleaf started last night. It's last season. I'll be watching it every Tuesday. Watching and review it. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so yeah, this computer is weird. I got that extender, and it takes the first few minutes, it seems to buffer, and then it catches up some kind of way. I don't know, people. Okay, hi everybody. I've seen several Hilton Karen videos. Have several Hilton Karen videos on you. Who is Hilton? Paris Hilton? Oh, that boy. Yeah. Perez Hilton. Perez Hilton. I don't know what he's up to. He might even be breaking laws because there's no commentary. It's just him playing their videos. I don't know who would complain about it, but they couldn't bring much revenue. They're usually 2 or 3 minutes. People, there's always been racist attitudes in this country. Let's not pretend it doesn't happen. I don't know why we are all of a sudden putting a focus on that at the same time you want to put a focus on this other more serious issue we have that we seem to be in agreement. Right? You got to focus in on something. Are we going to focus in on the Karens or the cops? Which is it? I think people are just being messy when they do that. Being messy, getting a reaction. I keep coming to the same comments. Okay, it won't go down any lower. All right, I can't get past that one with Karen and Becky. Anything else going on, people? That Bolton, I saw that Wolf Blitzer had him on today. He's telling what he's saying, everything he said, it seems like the same thing that the other guys were saying. What was the guy who did all of those political biographies? He did it a few months ago, and then the guy before that, the reporter that was in the White House, they're all saying the same thing, that Trump is incompetent and doesn't deserve to be in office. But he's getting a little more in depth. Trump is trying to stop him and take his money from him. Petty ass man. If it's already out, what the hell you want his couple $1 million? He's in retirement years. All he's doing is telling what he saw. Telling the truth. Okay, I got to do something different, people, because my computer won't go past a certain amount of comments. It won't go further. So I got to go back up here and see what's going on. I got to lie. It was big news when we had our Becky here. Remember the woman that she's still getting famous. She's still famous behind calling the police about the barbecue. Remember, these black guys wanted to have a barbecue in Oakland, and I guess she saw on a sign somewhere that it was against city ordinance, so she decided to call the police on them, and they tormented her. I believe she lost her job behind it. Certainly, most of these Karens are losing their positions and their jobs behind these things. Now, whether they're just being moved around and hidden for the these people might not even be firing them. They might be moving around. And certain people, a lot of like that one that was with the guy in the park, the bird watcher. She was a vice president of some financial agency, so they can move around. It ain't that big a deal for them. They move around anyway, 1 or 2 years. So I just don't like it. Whatever. Okay. It will not go further. What a strange thing. Yeah, so I guess this is going to be another short live because you guys are not telling me what else is going on. And my computer will not seem to let me stroll past Stephanie Harden's. Let me see if I can go somewhere else. Try something else. Unable to connect to chat. Yeah, YouTube is having all kind of issues with this stuff, with these connections and so forth. So I can't see but a couple of my comments here. So what else happened today? I don't even remember. Yeah, we're gonna have a short live today because I can't communicate with the peoples. But you guys start paying attention to how many of these things are being shown now, though. And watch and see how many Paris Hilton is showing. Now, I got to assume that he's not going out there with a cell phone and taking all these pictures, right? Probably after he showed the first couple of them, now people are sending them to him. Or he's simply going to Google and Googling Karens because he seems to come up with 2 or 3 of them a day. I don't really watch him, so maybe others are doing the same thing. You know, a lot of these people, these online people, social media, They do a lot of stuff and they send things back and forth between each other. But let's keep our focus, people. Our argument at this moment is with the cops. Don't get all distracted now, and prepare yourself, because your president, or I guess we got to say our president, President Trump, he is going to be doing more and more things to try to divert from his incompetence, this coronavirus. He's not even talking about coronavirus anymore. I guess he's done just dispelled the whole damn coronavirus, or at least he tried to get rid of the task force. He's no longer interested. He said it's over, a thing in the past. Now, what are we going to do, Trump, when these numbers double in a couple of months? 121 people. 121,000 people dead. What are you going to do, Trump? And you keep bringing all these other big people to your rallies. You know, when those numbers start to climb, will you take more of an interest then? Since they won't just be the brown people? Whatever. Okay. So I'll probably come on my other computer later on tonight, people. It frustrates me when I can't communicate with you guys. Okay, keep your eyes out for Becky and Karen. And be careful when you're being manipulated. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. This whole shit is all these crowds now. Many kind of people on this planet are going to be trying to turn that racial. That's what they want. They say they got all of these white supremacists and all that. Believe me, they're going to be right in the middle of those crowds trying to see what they can start, what they can stir up. What can we burn? How can we get the blacks turning against the whites, white against the blacks? That's what they want. They've been dreaming about this since the 1800s. Right? And I'll probably come back on here in a little bit. I'm going to go and see what's going on today. I slept most of the day, but I'm going to see what else is going on today. And then maybe we'll do a little more on my other computer. Okay? Okay? And listen, be fair to your Karens and your Beckies.